The frenzy of holiday deals, TikTok gift trends, and endless limited time offers, it's easy to get swept up in the season's shopping rush. And you know what? Scammers know it. And this year, experts warn that Gen Z and young shoppers are the group most likely to fall for these online scams, losing money at higher rates than any other generation. In fact, young adults are 3 times more likely to fall for a scam than baby boomers. Lindsay Bryan Podvin, financial therapist and author of The Financial Anxiety Solution, joins us today with more. So why are young shoppers, especially Gen Z, more likely to fall for these online scams during the holidays? And what really is driving that risk?
You know, scams happen all times of year, but certainly during the holidays, there are more scammers online. And when it comes to Gen Z and millennials, what the Cash App and Payments Intelligence report found was that Gen Z and millennials are falling for online scams or are targeted for online scams twice as much as older generations, such as baby boomers. And what this report found, because that kind of surprised me, it kind of goes against a lot of the common knowledge a lot of us have heard about scams, is that really what's driving this is the push for scammers to use social media to target younger users. And because younger generations like Gen Z and like millennials are online more and are on social media more, they simply have a bigger exposure risk than other people.
How can parents talk about money in a way that actually sticks beyond the holidays?
It is so important for parents to share with their teens what is going on in terms of online scams. And, you know, the nature of the scam changes from season to season and honestly moment to moment. But something that tends to stay consistent are a handful of these kind of sketchy red flags. Things like urgency, getting messages that are, this is time limited, or if you don't buy now, this will go away. Receiving direct messages or DMs from big online personalities or celebrities is also a red flag. And other types of red flags are for people to ask the teen or the person on social media to pay them with a different type of unsecured payment method, such as sending them money via gift cards or through non-secure payment platforms. So parents can talk to their teens about this and not in a scary way like, oh no, it's the boogeyman coming, but just normalizing, hey, this is, you know, something that might come up online. I just want you to take a beat. If you get any of these messages, screenshot it, send it to me, and we can talk about it to make sure that it is legitimate or a scam.
What are some of the biggest red flags parents and teens should watch out for when they're shopping online or through social media this year?
I like to think of this as a parent being a co-pilot. So with Cash App sponsored accounts, a sponsor, in most cases a parent or a guardian, can approve an account for 13 to 17-year-olds and create some sort of guardrail. So this is kind of a co-pilot system where the teen is in the driver's seat, but really the sponsor of that account is sitting right next to them and making sure that they don't have too much exposure to things so they can learn how to manage different to manage different online tools. So Cash App Families lets sponsors do things like approve contacts, set different spending limits, and get notified if somebody new requests a payment from the teen. And what this does is help teens to learn responsibility without having so much free rein that they end up getting into trouble financially.
And how can families use tools like spending limits and transaction awareness to build trust and teach responsibility rather than control?
It's so important to have parents talk to teens about money, not just in a here's what to not do, but definitely talk to them about what do teens want? What are things they are saving up for? What are things they are excited about? And talking about things from a goal-based place instead of just a restriction place can be really helpful. And it creates this space in the household where the parent can kind of cheer their teen on and say like, hey, that was a really good choice. It seems like you'll be able to save up for that new pair of jeans or those concert tickets, right? It can create this positive atmosphere in the household when they're talking about money.
And where can families find more advice on helping teens spend wisely and stay financially confident through the holidays?
They can go to cash.app or visit Cash App in the App Store, the holiday season and beyond.
Well, thank you so much for joining me today.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.